Hello friends, my name is Irfan Kauchali. I'm business coach, growth hacker, sales trainer and international motivational speaker. Email etiquette episode number 3. Composing an email. Reply to all. Answer all questions and preempt further questions. An email reply must answer all questions and preempt further questions. Moreover, if you are able to preempt relevant questions, the receiver will be grateful and impressed with your efficient and thoughtful behavior. Don't leave out the message thread. When you reply to an email, include the original mail in your reply. Instead of new mail, threadless email will not prove enough information and you will have to spend a long time to find out the context of the email in order to deal with it. Use reply to all only when needed. Refrain from using the reply to all feature blindly to give your opinion to those who may not be interested or should not have been included in the first place. Your response to the sender need not be communicated to all to avoid possible embarrassment at times. Useful tips for attachment. When sending large attachments, always zip or compress them before sending to lower the burden on system and or a possibility of blocking emails. Never send large attachment without notice. Check with the recipients what would be the best time to send them. Learn how to resample or resize graphics before attaching them to an email. This will greatly reduce download time. Never open an attachment from someone you don't know. Be sure your virus, adware and spyware programs are up to date and include scanning of your emails and attachments both incoming and outgoing. It is better to spread multiple attachments or several emails rather than attaching them all to one email to avoid clogging the mailbox mail server. Make sure the other side recipient has the same software as yours before sending attachments, or they may not be able to open your attachment. Use PDF when possible. Never send business attachment outside of business hours and confirm that the format in which you can send can be opened by the other side, either laptops or nowadays on Android phones. Employees can take the support of the IT team to create a file transfer protocol FTP address for their respective departments to share bulk files less than 5 MB. There is more to sending a mail than just pressing the send button. The sender must have complete understanding of the subject of the mail, the addressees of the mail and the intent of the mail. Before one presses the send button, the content of the mails need to be thoroughly checked for correctness, for typographical, grammatical errors, fonts, punctuations, etc. The subject line and the content of the message must be consistent. The seriousness is handling the above would predetermine the kind of response that the mail should seek, rendering one in command of the situation. Read the email before you send it. Reading the mail before you send it helps to correct mistake. If any, reading your email through the eyes of the recipient will help you send a more effective message and avoid misunderstanding in inappropriate or incomplete comments. Don't send or forward email containing libelous, falsified, defamatory, offensive, racist, discriminatory or offensive remark. By sending or even just forwarding one libelous or offensive remark in an email, you and your company can face court cases resulting in huge monetary or legal penalties. Don't forward virus hoaxes and chain letters. By forwarding hoaxes, you use valuable bandwidth, and sometimes virus hoaxes contain viruses themselves. Since it is very difficult to find out whether a chain letter is real or not, the best place for it is the recycle bin. Use templates for frequently used responses. Some questions you get over and over again, such as direction to your office or how to subscribe to your newsletter. Save these texts as response templates and paste these into your message when you need them. You can save your templates in a Word document or create templates in MS Outlook. Acknowledge or answer swiftly. A sender sends an email because they wish to receive a quick response. Therefore, each email should be replied to preferably within the same working day. If the email is complicated, just send an email back saying that you have received it and that you will get back to them. Avoid using public domain. Avoid using your personal email ID from a public domain. For example, parag 220 underscore 225 at the rate yahoo.co.in to send official communication. Use proper structure and layout. Use short paragraphs and blank lines between each paragraph when making points. Number them or mark each point as separate to keep the overview. Do not write in capitals. If you write in capital, it seems as if you are shouting. This can be highly annoying and might trigger an unwanted response in the form of a flame mail. Use active instead of passive. Try to use the active voice of a verb wherever possible. Good example, we will process your order today. Bad example, your order will be processed today. Do not overuse the high priority option. Overuse of high priority option will make it lose its function when you really need it. Moreover, even if a mail has high priority, your message may come across as slightly aggressive if you flag it is a high priority. Do not copy a message or attachment without permission. Do not copy or reproduce a message or attachment belonging to another user without permission of the originator. Do not use email to discuss confidential information. If you don't want your email to be displayed on a bulletin board, don't send it. Avoid using urgent and important. Even more so than the high priority option, you must at all times try to avoid this type of words in an email or subject line. Only use this if it is really urgent or important message. Keep your language gender neutral. Avoid using sentences which indicate gender bias. Good example, the salesperson should configure the email program. The salesman should configure his email program. Do not forward chain letters. We can safely say that all of them are hoaxes. Just delete the letter as soon as you receive them. Do not request delivery and read recipient. This will almost always announce your recipient before the message is even read. If you want to know whether an email was received, it is better to ask the recipient to let you know if it was received. Do not ask to recall a message. Biggest chances are that your message has already been delivered and read. A recall request would look very silly in that case, wouldn't it? It is better just to send an email to say that you have made a mistake. This will look much more honest than trying to recall a message. Don't reply to spam. By replying to spam or by unsubscribing, you are confirming that your email address is live. Confirming this will only generate even more spam. Therefore, just hit the delete button or use email software to remove spam automatically. Managing your mailbox. Managing one's mailbox clearly depicts the kind of persons he or she is. The more structured one's mailbox is, with clearly demarcated folder of the individuals and teams with whom the communication has taken place, the more the information is accessible quickly and also determines the behavior of the person. The existing feature of inbox and outbox for most of the mailing tools or software can be further structured by archiving the older mails and improving the functioning of the tool. By default, all emails are received into a single mailbox and all messages sent are sorted in a single folder. It is therefore necessary to manage your email in a more structured way in order to have ease in retrieving messages. Set up folder for email, easier to locate item when needed. Setting up address book. Save replying, retyping and minimize the chance of mistyping an address. Tools, address book, file, new entry, new contact. Setting up distribution list. Save times, file, new distribution list, select members. Grouping messages. Grouping all related messages together as per date, conversation, sender, etc. Weave, arrange by. Saving draft message. In case of inadequate time or information in hand, you can select save from the file menu to save the message in draft folder. This helps to prevent you sending it by mistake if you have further information to add. Mailings. Use the BCC field or do a mail merge. Place the addresses in the BCC field. If recipients do not know each other, a mail merge also allows you to use fields in the message so that you can, for example, address each recipient personally. For more information on how to do a word mail merge, consult the help in MS Word. Take care with rich text and HTML message. Be aware that when you send an email in rich text or HTML format, the sender might only be able to receive plain text emails. Standard templates for reference. Email communication purpose: issuing instructions, seeking clarifications, intimating intentions, conveying an agenda of future program, inviting partnership, announcing a formal program, giving feedback, reporting an event, providing updates and progress, raising a concern, putting up a grievances, putting up a business case, customer communication, vendor communication. Thank you so much. To be continued in episode number 4, we will see the next part. Thank you so much.